We're talking about the audience. We're talking about getting back to purpose. Just hide that. So here we are talking about purpose, experience, passion, performance, and story, the 5 elements of a great speech. And today I want to bring this back in to talk about purpose. And to try and get some sense of purpose, what we need to think about is, who is your audience? What's the audience that you're working with? Because in order to set your purpose, it's no good delivering that without thinking, first of all, of what the audience is going to receive. And I'm sure you've all been in the position where you've received information, or you've been to a conference and you've listened to a speaker and you've thought, oh my God, what is this all about? Well, what you don't want to be is that speaker. You don't want to be the audience to be already by 10 minutes into your speech thinking about what they're going to be doing next, checking their emails. And no matter how good the purpose is, if it's not something the audience is expecting, then you're going to get this wrong. So think about your audience. Who is your audience? And what are they expecting? What do they come to listen to? Now, your audience could be anything. There could be a whole range of different people that you're talking to. It might be staff. It might be colleagues. It might be managers. It might be a management meeting, board meeting. I've had to do lots of those. It may be customers or stakeholders, people who had an interest in where your company's going. Now, one of the things that I had to do when I was in my early career, I was involved in the financial services industry. The very first presentation that I went to was to a sales congress at Wembley Conference Centre. But ran for about 2 days, lots and lots of people there, lots and lots of people delivering great talks. Some of them were actually pretty boring, to be brutally honest. Within a couple of minutes, I was thinking, where do we go for next? It just wasn't connecting. And then all of a sudden, one guy called Norman Levine from America, he was a general agent, managed quite a few salespeople, and he had a record for making the best sales for his company. He had very, very successful branch, and he stood there and told us how to help make a branch successful and gave us tips and ideas for helping to improve sales. And that, I was a sales training manager at the time, but I've also been a branch manager. And one of the things I learned was that my job was not to sell products. My job was to help salespeople to sell products. I moved on to become a marketing manager, product manager at another company later, and exactly the same thing applied. Even when I designed products, my job wasn't to go out and tell them how wonderful and whizzy the product is. That really didn't work. That might have been my objective, was to get people. No, my objective was to get people to sell my product. And no matter how passionate and I was about the particular product, it didn't help. They could read that. They could look at it. My job was to show them how to sell it. So I did sales training. I helped people to get the product into the market. I showed them how to improve their marketing of the product, how to sell it, how to conduct interviews, and then use my product as a solution to it. So all of the time it was about helping salespeople to make better sales, because that was my goal. And when people came to my meeting, they might have come thinking, oh, we're going to hear about a new product. They wouldn't. They would hear how to make more money with my product, because I knew that that was what they came for. That was the kind of meeting that they were expecting. So you need to think, what are the people coming to this meeting expecting? It might be a very simple type of meeting. It might be a monthly review, staff meeting. How well are we doing? Well, yesterday I was talking about the whole thing of evaluation, commendations and recommendations. And I think you need to think about the same thing when you're dealing with as your speech purpose. Think about, what is it the salespeople, what is it the people coming to the meeting want? What do they want to hear? Now, if you've got some bad news, don't hit them with bad news and negativity and criticism. That is not going to improve things. If you want as your goal to improve performance over the next month, you got to think about, how you're going to achieve that. And the first thing is to congratulate people on what they did right. It's got to be something. There's always something. When I'm coaching people as speakers, no matter how bad the speech that they deliver, there's always something that they are doing right. There's some part of their speech, some part of the purpose, experience, passion, performance story that they've got right. And I can pick on that and say, yeah, you got that right. That was really, really good. This is where you could improve. Same thing for your staff. Same thing for any kind of meeting. This is where you could improve. This is what's going well. This is how you can improve. If it's a new product coming out, this was how well it was all doing. But it fell short in some areas, and this is what we've done to help improve it so you can make more sales. You see, you turn things around so that all the time you're showing people how they can improve, how what you're doing can be an improvement for them. Board meetings, it's all the same thing. People are wanting to hear good news. They're wanting to hear about how things are progressing forward, how things are going to get better. Nobody likes to hear bad news. If it has to be delivered, but sandwich it around some good news. So what is the point? What is your message? And the thing that's important is to write down what is the one thing that you want them to remember, and match that against what is the one thing you think that the audience wants to get from this meeting. If they're going to spend their time, come to the meeting, come on the Zoom meeting, spend some time, set up on there, what's going to make it worth their while? What are they going to take it away? I regularly attend meetings that are held by the Professional Speaking Association. Some of them, sometimes every Friday morning, we have a coffee and conversation. We rotate the hosting of it as a group of about 30 or 40 of us, and about half of us manage to get there every week. And we just share ideas. So I go to that meeting, and I go on a regular basis because somewhere out of that hour-long meeting will come some really good ideas that I can take away, put into practice to help improve my business. And all of the time, that's, I think, what you've got to think about. How is this going to help me? What are you going to give me that I can take away and make better? Purpose, really, really important. Think about what the audience wants. Remember I said, yesterday, remember my message, take action. That's your goals. And that comes from around the purpose and looking at your whole purpose, experience, passion, performance. You're focusing on purpose. So there we go. Now, I guess from what I'm hearing is that pretty much the whole of the first half of this video didn't work because nobody was hearing a sound. So I've got challenges with my microphone. I'll have to fix that. One of the reasons I'm doing these online broadcasts and doing them for free is that I'm testing out new equipment. I'm trying new things, different lighting, different rooms, moving around. It's all part of me developing my ability to be able to quite literally broadcast from anywhere, whenever I'm going. So I'm getting bits of kit that is very portable. I can take around with me. Some of it brilliant, some of it not so good, and I'm learning. And I have a meeting once a week with other speakers, and we talk about our experiences with technology and how it's all working. So thank you for being with me tonight. Sorry that the first part of the presentation didn't work well. Hope you've got some thoughts on here. If you're developing a speech, just remember that's the key. Talking about purpose, we're going to put this into action. So what you've got to think about is, how can I meet the audience's needs? What is the audience looking for? Who are they? What do they want? How can I deliver to them something that they want? If you need a little bit of help in coaching to develop your speaking, I'm available here. Just drop me a line at ricky@rickyarundel.com, and we'll fix up a half-hour meeting, 30-minute meeting where you can come chat to me and we can figure out whether that's going to work. Talk about what you want to achieve and how I can help you. Apart from that, join me tomorrow for day 11. I didn't update that slide. Day 11, I shall be here tomorrow for day 11. And we're going to be carrying on with the whole area of purpose and looking a little bit more at speeches to inform and speeches to persuade and how you can get that sorted out. So thank you for being here with me. Sorry about the mess at the beginning, but hopefully this has been useful. look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care.